The first thing that stands out is the speed. Whenever I place Harper in his wheelchair, he leans slightly forward, stretches out his front paws, and takes off through the house as if he's discovered a new way to move through the world. The wheels keep pace, making a steady sound against the floor, and his body stays firm and focused, always moving ahead. Harper came to me when he was still very small. He had been found outside in Alaska, and when we took him in, it was already clear that he wouldn't be able to use his back leg. Whatever happened likely occurred during birth or shortly after. From the beginning, it was clear there was no expectation that he would ever walk. Inside the house, that reality is always visible. On wooden floors or rugs, his back legs slide outward and he moves using almost all the strength in his shoulders and front paws. Sometimes his body opens into an involuntary split, especially on smooth surfaces like the bathtub. Even then, he keeps trying to move forward, pulling his own body along with persistence. For a long time, I watched this daily effort and thought about how to give him another way to get around. I introduced the wheelchair very gradually. First the harness, then the frame, always creating positive association. Fear-free methods matter a lot to me. I didn't want it to become a negative experience. I wanted him to feel comfortable with the process. The adaptation was quick. Within a few days, Harper already seemed to understand how everything worked. Once he's secured in the frame, the weight no longer drags his body backward and his front paws do all the work. Outside on concrete or in the grass in the yard, he picks up speed. In many of those moments, Cinder was nearby. She was my husky and played a role in raising him. Inside the house, it was common to see her lying next to Harper, curving her body around his. Sometimes she would rest her head on his neck, breathing heavily, while he stayed still, settled into that space. In other moments, she would lick his ears and neck, and he would close his eyes, accepting the care without moving. Beyond the wheelchair, Harper surprises me in other ways, too. On a tall cat tree, he uses only his front paws to climb. Claws grip the carpet, his shoulder muscles tighten, and his body moves up step by step, dragging his hips and legs behind him. At times, he even ends up hanging by a single paw before finding his hold again, continuing upward. The top, stays there for a while, watching the space around him. His routine involves constant care. He wears diapers, has a specific diet, takes medications and supplements. Can't relieve himself on his own and needs to be manually stimulated, which isn't always comfortable. Even so, he stays close, allowing me to do what needs to be done. After Cinder passed away, the house changed. The place where she used to stay was suddenly empty, and Harper began following me even more closely. In many moments, he comes near and stays by my side, whether on the floor or on the bed, as if that closeness were simply part of his routine. Whenever I see Harper moving in his wheelchair, racing through the house or across the yard, that first gesture repeats itself. Tilted body, the paws pulling against the ground, steady forward motion. That's where everything comes together. It's not about what he can't do.